Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. So tell me out there, have any of you ever went to any of those P. Diddy parties that everybody is talking about? I'm curious about that. Have you ever got an invitation to appear at one of those parties? You know, when you say celebrity parties, people tend to think that it involves a lot of nice partying, mingling amongst the A-listers and B-list entertainers, and even some C-listers might have made their way in. And when you talk about celebrity parties and functions, people usually think that there's going to be plenty of fine champagne there, caviar, lobsters, oysters, and everything else on a pricey menu. That's what people usually think parties are about. And of course, the music and celebrity parties probably have live music, live entertainers, and things like that. There's no telling who would pop up at one of those parties and turn up on the microphone in order to rock the crowd. I was wondering about the P. Diddy parties because there are speculation that a lot of weird stuff goes on there and happens. I've been to some parties, even though I'm not a big party goer, and I must say that the regular parties I went to were probably festive enough. People were drinking, dancing, laughing, partying, eating, smoking, but it was nothing crazy or weird about any of them. And so when everybody keeps making conspiracies about the P. Diddy parties, I'm like, wait a minute, was he really partying or was it something else? Was it something else going on there? Now, you know, the saying goes, what stays in the street or what happens in the street stays in the street. But what happens even in the dark may someday come into the lightness. You know what that means? That means deeds that are done and set in stone and recorded may someday be revealed. That's probably one of the biggest fears that celebrities have, especially ones that are into all types of freaky, weird stuff. But that's speculation if you haven't seen it with your own eyes. But, you know, there is something weird about those stories pertaining to the Diddy parties, and then when you put things together and you say, wow, they found all that stuff at his house, all that weird stuff, why would he have that? And then people will say, wait a minute, for the parties, of course, it might be 100 dudes there like getting doused in baby oil, but that's, you know, that's speculation too. You don't know what the oil was for. But nevertheless, since it was so much of it, people tend to think that it went towards a weirdo, strange type of function. And that may have been, and it may not have been, but nevertheless, some things do appear strange and weird to the general population and the majority of peoples. You know, if I hear that somebody is throwing a weird type of party and doing strange things, I don't attend those type of parties. I would turn it down or not try to go in the first place or even find out about it. But if it was a regular celebrity function and somebody invites me and says, hey, come mingle and rub elbows and things like that, then I wouldn't have a problem doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then some people might say, yeah, Detroit Miracle, anybody would do that, but they don't make it so simple and easy and clear cut for you to do that. Because in life, you know, in order to get somewhere, you gotta give up something. But I don't buy into all of that. Anybody at those so-called parties that apparently did something weird is because they wanted to, they chose to, and they had no problems with doing it, or they wouldn't have done it. It's as simple as that, folks. Well, yeah. Another thing at those parties, they take your cameras, your phones. They do not want stuff recorded because Those are $1 million, multi-million dollar videos. If they leave people to film them and take pictures and everything, that's so all those celebrities in a room will add up to a treasure if you can get them on film, especially if you can get them doing something weird and questionable. That tape will be worth millions of dollars. Yeah. I'm gonna try to sneak my camera into a Diddy party and come up then. Yeah. It's all good, people. Okay. I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to Detroit Miracle.